Most people use Claude like a fancy search engine. They type in a question, get an answer, and never touch 90% of what it can actually do.
That changes in the next 11 minutes.
Think of this as the only beginner's guide to Claude you'll need. By the end, you will know how to use almost all of it, from the basic chat to assistants that work your files, build your apps, and put your Vic on autopilot. And to keep this from turning into a dry feature list, we'll use one ordinary Monday to map it out. Picture it, 40 unread emails, a report due before lunch, and an app idea that's been rotting in your notes for 6 months. By the way, we're done. Claude will have taken a swing at every one of them. Let's get into it. So what is Claude? At its simplest, it's an AI assistant built by a company called Anthropic. You can use it 3 ways: in your browser at claude.ai, on your phone with the iPhone or Android app, or as a desktop app on Mac and Windows. On the surface, it looks like any other chatbot. You type, it answers. And if that's all you ever used it for, it would still be useful, but under that chat box, there's a whole toolbox most people never open. So here's the plan. We're going to open that toolbox one drawer at a time. Let's start with the easiest one. Drawer 1. Just talk to it. Ask a question, get an answer, ask a follow-up. That part you already know. But here's where most beginners trip up. They fire off a half-formed thought, get a vague reply, and decide the AI isn't that smart. The problem usually isn't the AI, it was the prompt. The fix is stupidly simple. Give it context and say what you actually want. Instead of write me an email, try this. Write a short, friendly email to a client who missed a payment. Keep it under 5 lines. Don't sound aggressive. Same tool, completely different result. And a small tip a lot of people miss. On your phone, you can just talk to it, tap the mic, ramble out your messy thought, and let Claude clean it up. Sometimes saying it out loud gets you a better prompt than typing ever would. Drawer 2. Say there's something you do over and over. You write a weekly newsletter, and every time you have to re-explain your tone, your audience, the format. Exhausting, right? That's what projects are for. A project is like a saved workspace. You drop in examples of your past work and a few instructions once, and Claude holds on to them. Feed it your last 10 newsletters, and from then on it writes in your voice without you rebriefing it every morning. Think of it as teaching Claude a role once instead of reminding it who it is every single day. If you ever catch yourself copy-pasting the same background into a fresh chat, that's your sign to build a project. Models. Quick but important. Claude isn't one single brain. There are a few, and picking the right one matters. The most powerful is Claude Opus. The latest version is Opus 4.8. This is your heavy thinker, best for hard reasoning, coding, and deep multi-step work. It's also the most demanding, so you don't reach for it to write a tweet. Then there's Claude Sonnet, the everyday workhorse. Writing, drafting documents, summarizing most of your day-to-day work. For most people, most of the time, Sonnet is the sweet spot. And Claude Haiku is the sprinter. Fast and light, great for quick, simple jobs where you just want an answer now. The easy way to remember it: Opus when the problem is hard, Sonnet when you're getting work done, Haiku when you just need speed. And you can switch between them whenever you like. Now, back to the report due before lunch. This is where it gets fun. On the desktop app, there's a mode called Cowork. It's for paid plans, and it's basically a real assistant that can touch the files on your computer. Not just chat about them, actually open them, read them, work with them. So you can point it at a messy folder and say, go through every PDF in my Q2 folder, pull out the key numbers, and write me 1-page summary. It makes a plan, breaks the job into steps, does the work in a safe space in your machine, and hands you back a finished file. You can start it, go pour a coffee, and come back to a done report. It can build spreadsheets with working formulas, format documents, put together a slide deck, even tidy up your desktop. And one reassuring detail: it won't permanently delete anything without you asking you first. So you are never one bad instruction away from losing something important. That report you were dreading, Cowork just took the first pass at it. Remember that app idea collecting dust in your notes? Drawer 4 is for that. It's called Claude Code. And it's how you build actual software by describing what you want. Websites, apps, dashboards, little tools. You don't write the code, you explain the thing. Claude writes the files. You can use it a few ways. Write inside the desktop app as an extension in a code editor like VS Code, or in the terminal if you're more technical. People call this vibe coding. And the beginner-friendly truth is you can start with zero coding background. Here's a nice touch. If you're just chatting and your request is really a build job, Claude will often nudge you. Hey, this should go to Claude Code, and hand it off. Same with big file jobs, handing to Cowork. It points you to the right tool instead of making you guess. So your report's moving and your app is taking shape. Now you need it to actually look good. That's Claude Design. It's a newer product where you describe what you want and Claude designs it for you. Instagram carousels, slide disks, one-pagers, simple landing pages, even logo directions. You can upload references and it builds with you something real, not a rough sketch. But here's the part that makes it click. Once you've got a design you like, you can send it straight into Canva with basically one click, fully editable. Or export it as a PDF, a PowerPoint, or a standalone web page. You can even hand it to Claude Code to build it out for real. That last bit matters because the old frustration with AI design was getting something almost right and then reprompting it forever. Now you just take it into Canva and nudge it by hand like any normal design. This next one is my favorite, and almost nobody uses it on purpose. Ask Claude to teach you something and tell it to make it visual. Say you want to understand how compound interest works. Ask it to build you an interactive version. It will write a little tool right there in the chat with a slider you can drag to watch your money grow. Those live things it builds, the interactive widgets, the mini dashboards, even the small games are called artifacts. They're not screenshots, they actually run inside the chat. So Claude isn't only a thing that explains, it's a thing that shows you, builds you a quick tool, or prototypes an idea on the spot. If you learn better by poking at something than by reading about it, this one's for you. Now let's deal with that inbox from the start of the video. Claude can plug into the apps you already use. Gmail, your calendar, Google Drive, Slack, Notion, loads of them. These are called connectors. Connect your Gmail and every morning you can ask which 3 emails actually need you today and which ones to ignore. It can even draft the replies for you to approve. That wall of 40 emails suddenly becomes a short list of what matters. And it goes past email. Hook up a design tool or a video tool and you can run those from inside Claude without bouncing between 10 tabs. The whole idea behind connectors is to bring your tools to Claude instead of you running around to all of them. This one sounds technical, but stay with me because it's a quiet superpower. A skill is a saved set of instructions that teaches Claude exactly how you want one specific task done. So you write down the steps once, after that you type a slash, pick the skill, give it to your input, and you get the same quality output every time. No re-explaining. So you make infographics in a very particular style. Instead of describing that style from scratch on every request, you bundle it into a skill and call it whenever you need it. Now the clever part. There's a skill creator, which is a skill whose job is to build other skills. You tell it what you want, it asks you a few questions, and it writes the skill file for you. You can also import skills other people have made by dropping in their file. And when you group a bunch of related skills together, that's a plugin. So you might have one marketing plugin packed with skills for everything you do in marketing. Speaking of teaching it once, here's a slick feature inside Claude in Chrome, which is the browser version of Claude. You can record yourself doing a task. Hit record, do the thing manually, your invoicing routine, or whatever it is, then stop. Claude watches those steps and saves them as a shortcut. Next time, it repeats the exact sequence on command. You can even set it to run on a schedule. That's the difference between explaining your job to someone and just showing them once. And Claude in Chrome handles the usual browser assistant stuff too. Comparing options across sites, filling forms, clicking through a dashboard for you, anything. 2 more, and these are the set and forget kind. First, schedule tasks inside Cowork. You write a prompt once and tell Claude how often to run it. So every weekend at 8, it pulls the latest news in your industry, summarizes it, and saves it to your desktop. You didn't ask that morning, it just shows up done. Second, and this one feels like the future, it's called dispatch. You fire off a task from your phone and it runs on your desktop back home. Picture this. On your commute, you message, pull the numbers from the sales spreadsheet on my desktop and draft a summary. By the time you sit down at your desk, it's waiting for you. One honest catch on both. Your computer has to be awake with the app open for them to run. Not quite magic, but close. Quick reality check before you go all in. Claude has usage limits that resets on a cycle and you can hit them, especially with Cowork, since all that file work is heavier than normal chatting. You can see where you stand under settings, in the usage or billing section. Claude Design even has its own separate usage bar. So if you're mid-deadline and you run dry, you've got the option to top up. Just know it's there so it doesn't catch you off guard at the worst possible moment. And if you're thinking, but my other AI already knows everything about me, there's an easy fix. You can paste a quick summary of what you have told other assistants into your personal settings in Claude, so it starts off already tuned to you. So let's check that Monday list. The inbox is triaged, the reports drafted, the app's taking shape, the designs in Canva, and it's not even lunch. There you go. That's Claude for you. If this made it click for you, hit like and subscribe so the next one finds you too.